No reports, boards, committees. If you want to sign up, so that's clear. We're going to come back to the auditor's report in just a minute. But first of all, commendations. We've got some people we'd like to recognize. So, Chief, would you go ahead and you want them all?
Yeah, I'd like for them to stand up here.
Okay.
First of all, let me start by saying that law enforcement, it's not an easy job. You get way more complaints than you get praise. You see things that people really shouldn't shouldn't have to see. But I want to present to you some of the finest men and women of the Wetumpka Police Department tonight. So, if you will, let's give them. But on January 20th, 2022, responded Sergeant Barfoot and Corporal Hornsby responded to Walmart parking lot and discovered a deceased individual. After tireless investigation, solved and captured the murder suspect. And let me say that after about a week, I started getting antsy about it not being solved. Sergeant Barfoot and Corporal Hornsby assured me that we're doing it the right way. It had to do with phones, cell phones, and I was wrong, they were right, and thank y'all. On April, Officer Jason Crumpton and Officer Katrina Hart, y'all step down. Act of life-saving heroism when confronted with a gunshot victim where they applied a tourniquet and gauze to the leg wound that possibly saved the life and leg of the victim. Corporal McCoy, step out, please. On May 10th, 2022, courageous life-saving heroism while off duty. Immediate apprehension of shooter at Sam's Club in Montgomery and held him at gunpoint until local police arrived, diffused a situation that could have led to more bloodshed or death. By the way, he was off duty. He wasn't shopping at Sam's on a Sunday. Thank you. Corporal Matthew Calhoun and Sergeant Sprague, you will step out, please. May 29th, 2022, act of life-saving heroism when confronted with a gunshot victim where they applied a tourniquet to the leg wound that possibly saved the life and leg of the victim. Thank you. Job well done. Thank you.
You've already got, yes, sir. Appreciate what you guys do. Okay, let's go back to the auditor's report.
How am I supposed to follow that?
It's difficult. We made them look good, you make us look good, okay?
Well, they have a thankless job. Thank you for giving me the opportunity again to do the audit for the city for 9/30/21. You want to keep it short and sweet? You want to get detailed?
You tell us what we need to know.
Thank you for the administrative staff. It's 84 pages, you can see it. It's massive. Not only information within the city, but it's pulled everywhere. That's always the holdup, is getting the sales tax information. State. For the 21 audit, we issued an unmodified or clean opinion. It's the highest opinion you get. The biggest thing, the biggest reward is the 30th year in a row of getting a certificate for excellence in financial reporting. That's my entire career, 30 years. So Major highlights at a 30,000 view, stadium construction, parking lots, everything's still rolling with that. Phase 2 downtown, I don't think it was complete as of 9/30/21, shortly after in the spring. Grants, more grants out of the airport, which I think the structural movement is going on, is almost done. The biggest thing was HGTV and its impact on the city. Revenue side, the ARPA money, American Rescue Plan Act. We've received a down payment on it, close to $1 million, but that thing is so restrictive, and y'all got to be careful what you spend it on. There's 4 or 5 categories that are eligible. 2 of them you don't want to deal with, I promise you. Revenue loss, you don't qualify, so you're really down to 2 things, which is the premium pay, I think y'all started that, and water, sewer, and broadband improvements. And that's broad. So I've emailed the most up-to-date information, the most frequently asked questions was just released on it. It's extremely restricted. I've heard cities already just sending it back, like, we can't spend this. I don't recommend you do that. Find a way to spend it. Biggest thing, the easiest thing is outdoor stuff, sidewalks, pavilions. Add on to the thing across the river. Improve behind City Hall, stuff like that. Anything outdoors. Debt wise, at 9/30/21, we're down to 11.19. I think the B side of the 2019 bonds is gone. We will have paid or have already paid 600,000 so far this year. So technically we're down to 10.59 million. Other revenue increases, sales taxes is up almost $1 million again. So with all that's been going on the last 2 years, the city by far is in its best financial shape that I've seen in 30 years. That's credited to all of y'all. I don't have any much more than that, just that ARPA money is freaking everybody out. Be careful with that.
Any questions? Any concerns, any questions about the audit?
You did read it.
I think we have followed those guidelines. Justin, we have presented a full year plan of projects that we're looking to do over the next 4 years. And a lot of this is included in there, and it's pretty well following those guidelines and making this full year plan.
And another option, which you may not want to consider, but other localities are pooling. That's totally legit. So with the county, there's something that qualifies. That's up there too.
We appreciate it. We appreciate your company. You guys have been a pleasure to deal with over the years. And you don't ask me for a lot of information. You come and ask me one question every year. Do you have anything you're concerned about? And if I do, I share them with you. And we appreciate getting another good report.
30 years of it too. But for that award, that's commendable.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay, our agenda for this evening, on the old business, we have one item, and this is ordinance 2022-3, an ordinance to amend the code of ordinances of the city of Wetumpka, it's chapter 62 concerning solid waste. And this is the second time this has been on the agenda, and it's already been read, the ordinance has already been read one time, so we're going to ask to maybe tonight, one of you find people up here and ask to suspend rereading of that ordinance. Under new business this evening, approve the purchase of 3 trucks and the trade of 2 trucks for public works at a cost of $64,542. If you see your breakdown sheet over here, It shows you, I've never seen this done in my 18 or so years I've been around here. I've never seen us trade in a vehicle. But we are actually, ones that handle this actually got more money for these vehicles we traded in than what we paid for the vehicles when we bought them. So that's pretty good. So that allows us then to come in and add these 3 new vehicles. So that original price was $97,017, and then that was brought down to, I'm on the wrong one? I'm on the right, right, 64,542. So appreciate y'all working this out. Any questions on this? Okay, then item 3 would be approval of pay scale by changing the A01 with a beginning rate of $11.85 per hour and add A02 with a beginning rate at $12.39 per hour. Everyone got the breakdown on that? Any questions on it?
Ms. Ellis would be the one to answer it.
She's out. I can answer any question.
Well, I was just asking general, I mean, Kathy wasn't here, but.
This changes our entry level.
Yes, sir.
These 2 steps.
A1 is basically reserved for temporary and seasonal help, like we do for, cutting softball fields, football fields, regular grass around the entire city, and be interns as well, where the first steps will be. Then just moving everybody up.
So there will be no more, we'll just start at A2 in those jobs.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Okay, and then item 4 would be to approve the purchase of 3 police cars at a cost of $107,175.45. Buying police cars now is like finding hen's teeth. They're just not out there. And the chief and his crew have located 3 new fully equipped Dodges that we can bring into our fleet. And that's at $107,175.45.
Mayor, that, total now is 106,500 and 45 mile pickups. They had the wrong light bars on them. They're replacing them, with the light bars that we need, which is $500 less per
That's
car.
106 what?
106,500.45.
Could knock that 45 cents off. Okay,
That is for the total
that's total, that's
That's total.
everything, that's wrapping.
wrapping.
Okay. All right, and this is the first time on the agenda, so the chief is asking for the council to suspend the rules and move ahead to secure these cars because they're in Montgomery and the car.
They're in Prattville,
Okay.
and there is a heavy demand for them.
Okay. All right. And then item 5 this evening, permission to transfer 1 Beretta APX handgun to Sergeant Clarence Reed. You want to speak to that?
Yes, sir. It's customary, but when you have an officer that had very distinguished service with the city and the department for his retirement, that the agency allowed him to keep his handgun. So that's what we're asking tonight.
That's great. All right. Okay, and then item 6 this evening would be to approve tourism marketing proposal at a cost of $2,500 per month. This is with an agency that, Linda Lewis Agency, and this is promoting Wetumpka in numerous ways through billboards and whatever along interstates and whatever. But this is part of the tourism package to help encourage people and get our story out there about who we are. So a lot of the things that she has put together is first class. It's first class material, so we're excited to be working with her. But this is asking for this approval of cost of $2,500 per month, and what is the period length of time?
It's a year, I think it's a year commitment to get that price on the billboard.
Yep.
But she's also hitting markets like Snowbirds, you know, in the winter months, and then Interstate and Birmingham during the summer months, so she's got a pretty good plan put together.
And along those same lines, we don't have this secured yet, but I have spoken with the Pool Creek Indians about their advertising that they do all over, about the possibility of us being able to tag on with some of the things that they're doing, which can be of great help to us. Like they do a lot in Atlanta Airport. And it wouldn't be bad if we tag a little bit, see Wetumpka, you know. But we still haven't gotten that put together, but we're working on it.
Mayor, is this something that we have done previously, or is this new?
It's new, it's something that we thought was important to continue the tourism push we have going.
I didn't know whether it's a continuation or.
No, it's something new.
Do we still have a retail, who is it, retail?
Retail strategy, that's on,
I know it's different from this, but I didn't know.
yeah, it is different from where we started with them, but,
You know,
that's bringing in economic development. And if they bring in something that we, totally new to us, that we aren't working on, if we're working on it and dealing with a certain business to come in here, they don't get paid, you know, for that. We've paid them on, what, 3 or 4, over the years, we've paid them on 3 or 4 businesses. And I think when we do that, it's a portion of the tax that we get off of those businesses for maybe 3 years. I think it's 3
Up
years.
to a certain amount of money, I think it's $45,000 total per business.
Yeah, 45,000 per business. Like if they brought in a Chick-fil-A, if they brought in something like that, that would be the deal. But with our tourism, I mean, with our economic development department, we are working economic development. We're talking a whole lot harder than they are.
Thank you.
Okay, we have an item we would need to add to the agenda tonight, and we have a concession stand that the air conditioning is not adequate in, and they sent me a message this weekend, I was out there, but said it was 92 degrees inside that concession stand. And, something about the ductwork is not adequate to handle the cooling in there, so they proposed to put a mini split unit of 3,000 3-ton unit in addition to what's in there now. And we've gotten, you know, we have a contract on maintenance of all of our heating and cooling stuff, but this is a new unit coming in, so this is not maintenance on this unit. So the chapel has sought bids on it, and the lowest price is a $5,400 price from Jones Heating and Air here in Wetumpka. So that's what you're proposing for us to go with. So what we're doing is we asking the council for permission to add this to the agenda this evening and suspend the rules to go ahead. We have 2 weeks before a major tournament out there, right?
We're playing ball this week as well, but we'll make do.
They put a little window unit in one of the windows where you walk up and order. They just closed it up and put a 110 unit in there, and it has helped. It was hot out there Saturday. Okay, that's all the items on the agenda, so we'll, now enter into our council meeting, and, I will ask, Councilman Gant if he would do the invocation this evening. And then I would ask Councilperson Brown if he would do the pledge.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for this opportunity as public service. We ask that you remind us that we are here to do things for the betterment of this city. We're really honored tonight to honor our first responders and the outstanding job that they do every day and the acts that they go through to keep us safe. We ask you to be with parts of the country tonight that are suffering, families that have heavy hearts because of some young people that it's just something that's hard to understand, hard to believe. We ask you to be with these people in Christ's name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Councilmember Robbins.
Here.
Councilmember Tucker. Here. Councilmember Justice.
Here.
Councilmember Gant.
Here.
Councilmember Brown.
Here.
Mayor Willis.
You received in your packets a copy of the minutes from the council meeting held on May 16th of 2022. Any corrections to those minutes? If not, we'll entertain a motion for approval. Thank you for the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so those minutes have been approved. Under old business, and we'll be asking to suspend the second reading on this. Ordinance 2022-3, an ordinance to amend the code of ordinances of the city of Wetumpka, chapter 62 concerning solid waste. And so I'll entertain a motion to suspend the reading of the ordinance.
Like, make a motion to suspend the ordinance.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Councilmember Robbins.
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker.
Yes.
Councilmember Justice.
Yes.
Councilmember Gant.
Yes.
Councilmember Brown.
Yes.
Mayor Willis.
Yes. Second reading has been suspended, and we'll entertain a motion to approve this ordinance.
I move we approve this ordinance.
I'll take that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Do we get Robin? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That ordinance has been approved. Under new business this evening, approve the purchase of 3 trucks and the trade-in of 2 trucks of public works at a cost of $64,542. This is the first time on the agenda. Are we okay with that? You need to go ahead and close that. Okay, we will need a motion to suspend the rules and move forward with approval.
I make a motion to suspend the rules.
I take that motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. We've got a motion and a second.
Councilmember Robbins.
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker.
Yes.
Councilmember Justice.
Yes.
Councilmember Gant.
Yes.
Councilmember Brown.
Yes.
Mayor Willis.
Yes. Rules haven't been suspended now. We'll move forward with a motion for purchase.
So moved.
Second.
A motion, we got a second. Any discussion on this? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So that too has been approved. And item 3, approve the pay scale by changing A01 with the beginning rate of $11.85 and 802 with a beginning rate of 12.39.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second to move forward. All in favor, let me know by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So that too has been granted.
Can I just say, I owe the cover of apology, I'm saying I want anybody here to explain it, I appreciate it, appreciate your
Listen,
explanation.
he has so many jobs,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, he gets overlooked a lot, I tell you.
I'm sure.
He got a bunch of jobs.
Thank y'all for that.
Okay, then item 4, approve the purchase of 3 police cars at a cost of $106,545.
I move we suspend the rules and move forward.
Okay, I got a motion to suspend the rules. Do I have a second? That's weird.
I know, I'm having fun. It's just coming back.
You knew it was. Do I have a motion and a second and, roll call?
Councilmember Robbins?
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker?
Yes.
Councilmember Justice?
Yes.
Councilmember Gant?
Yes.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Mayor Willis?
Yes. Okay, rules having been suspended, we'll move forward and entertain a motion for purchase of these vehicles.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion, I'll take a second.
Second. Yeah, same time.
Okay, have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so that has been granted, Chief, you
Thank you.
go get your cars. Okay, and then, item 5, permission to transfer one Beretta APX handgun to Sergeant Clarence Reed. Need a motion?
So moved.
That's strong there. Okay, take that motion, do we have a second?
Second.
They are winning on the road. Okay, have a motion, we have a second. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so that's been granted. Then item 6 this evening would be approved tourism marketing proposal at a cost of $2,500 per month. We'll entertain a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the tourism marketing proposal at a cost of $2,500 a month.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay,
Can we do that? Or is this the first reading, or this is something different?
that's going to be distributed.
It's reoccurring, isn't it?
Reoccurring,
That's reoccurring.
2,500. We can hold on.
You want to do that? You want to put it back on next meeting? I didn't see a request to do the other one. We'll do that.
Start it this month.
Okay. Now I need a, motion to add an item on the agenda for a 3-ton mini split for the concessions on softball. It's on softball.
So moved.
Okay, I have Gant with a motion to add it to the agenda. Do I have a second?
Second.
Brown with a second.
Councilmember Robbins?
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker?
Yes.
Councilmember Justice?
Yes.
Councilmember Gant?
Yes.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
And Mayor Willis?
Yes. Okay. Having added this item to the agenda for a 3-ton mini split for the concession stand, we'll entertain a motion to move forward. Yeah, we got to suspend the rules too.
Motion to suspend the rules and bring up immediately.
Okay, thank you. I got Robbins and Brown to suspend the rule, bring it up immediately. That's what he said.
Councilmember Robbins?
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker?
Yes.
Councilmember Justice?
Yes.
Councilmember Gann?
Yes.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Mayor Willis?
Yes. Okay, having added this to the agenda, I'll entertain a motion to move forward.
So moved. I move we move forward with this motion to with the air conditioning.
Okay, I got Tucker over here with a motion, I'm gonna take Brown as a second on this, is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. Right?
Right.
All in favor of moving forward with this, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Tell you what, that's about as confusing as you can get. Okay, at this time, there are a couple of issues that we are working on with economic development that we need to go into executive session. So we'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
A motion,
We need a motion to go into executive session.
second.
Second.
Okay. Call the roll.
Councilmember Robbins?
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker?
Yes.
Councilmember Justice?
Yes.
Councilmember Gann?
Yes.
Councilmember Brown?
Yes.
Mayor Willis?
Yes.
How long?
Probably 15, 20 minutes. So if you want to wait us out, we'll be back in about 15 or 20 minutes. I need you. Who else does?
That's it. Link, link,
Okay. Vince, not here. June.
He's kind of out of place. John he didn't like all those cameras and stuff. We came in and they did that. I'm ready to get some. So did you go for 3 years? He said, man, this is all good. I told him, I said, well, don't you get too excited. They put it up at 1 o'clock. I said, well, you won't be out driving for a while. You know, oh, yeah, I know. He said, they told him 7 days. So he told me, he got there, he said, there you go. Good. He said, he wasn't. You don't know, they're gonna stop talking. Yeah. Check it for. Yeah. You gotta look and say, and it goes, you roll it. I've had what, 7 years. Well, they call me. It ain't adjusted. It ain't done nothing. Thanks about. I have no. They are moving in that direction. Oh, but this is actually, it's close, close on it. We can look at the first time. Right, not all that, there's a lot of detail, we got hard to say. And it's actually supposed to funds for but our funds help
Yeah, his would be, that's when you stop the nose. That's the thing we figured out.
I can do it. No. Well, did, he's over that. I stayed in So it was just keep you leaving.
Yeah, it wasn't hard, yeah.
You get paid for it. You got to disconnect the lead.
You just turned it off, took it off.
Put it back on.
There was broken heart back
You have a discussion.
Oh, what happened? I had a heart.
It's just completely. Oh, you don't worry about it.
She's, like, we use that. They take it out.
That's a law.
And he was stressing over where to sell that business. said before the keep his eyes.
He's the, and big.
I don't know. Yes.
Jack Ellis.
I thought that was so funny.
He's working. Jack Ellis, he got. I don't think he got a little long. He don't be. But he can get 23,000. I told him, he don't, he got. And they don't make one. We may have. They were talking about something today. Take down the truck and we got to do it later.
That was reasonable.
Get about, which way, one day, next week.
He'll go now.
Right.
Get with him and y'all get together. But, you know, whatever he wants out, I don't know that he wants any of it. He did it, but, you know, like he was, I just want to be sure that we all just pay on the doors. You can't, these doors got to be sprayed on. He said they had no water. He said he'd take them and go like somewhere. And get them redone. Somebody. Only they know they can't pressure wash or keep water on. I don't know, I'll shoot over there in the morning, go over there and whatever you do, ride. And back in. I don't know if they got some paint on it, and it's not true. But, you know, the motor, when it's painted before, they got some paint all over it. Now, I was gonna take pictures of this, but I ain't for sure these guys did this.
Huge fountain.
I know that now.
Yeah, 40 or one, much bigger.
I did notice that, but I hadn't gone any
12 feet
farther.
long.
The windows.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, surely they not through with
They framed the house.
I didn't even get out, but drove around.
You can
I ain't gonna, I can say that, I don't know.
It's gonna be, to see, we didn't have any.
I got to let them know, they said, they would like to give it 2 weeks. He does outside now, just about it. I'll go look at them on. They got paint all over the building. I don't know if they got paint over. Look at the back of the right rear. It's got that hood seat when you go around. It looks like, yeah, I don't remember being there, but I ain't sure. There's much on it. If it is, we don't have to like it. Strip
I would be surprised. Jack Ellis.
They know, it looks like a good job. Like I
Somebody left it, you know.
Okay, we'll call the meeting back to order. And then we'll entertain the motion to adjourn. All right, you adjourn. You two chiefs over there, we appreciate y'all.